Hello everybody, Four Eyes here, and welcome back to another Moveset Showcase video. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. I said I was gonna do more over the holidays, and then I didn't, and now school's gonna be starting up again next week, and I just blah 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 blah. Things got busy, okay? Shut up. Anyway, I'm gonna be going over a Pokemon that I'm actually really wanted to do since day one when we saw its stats. It is one of my favorite Gen 7 Pokemon. It is Mimikyu, and aside from it being adorable, it's also deceptively good. You look at the stats: base 90 attack, base 96 speed, pretty decent special defense at 105. You're like, yeah, those are good stats. Maybe you at best. Wrong. The disguise ability. This turns Mimikyu into a beast because it essentially gives it sort of a free sub. It doesn't block against status and stuff like that, like Substitute usually does. So you want to be careful with it. But it's basically a free turn 1 sub that you get, and you can use to just set up with Swords Dance and then proceed to murder the opponent's team. And so that makes it a lot better than you would think it would be. And so this is basically what I see being the standard set. Lumberry, protected from status, like any other good sweeper. You don't want to, that's not immune to burns. You don't want to get burned. So you put a Lumberry on it, boom, you're fine. You get 1 free Swords Dance. You murder the team with Shadow Sneak. Anyway, so that's what you're going to be running. You're going to be running Lumberry to protect yourself against status. Also helps with not getting worn down by Toxic or getting slowed down by Thunder Wave, along with not just getting paralyzed the turns where you need to hit. Anyway, then it doesn't really have that deep of a move pool. Basically, all the time you're going to be running Play Rough, Shadow Claw, Shadow Sneak. Play Rough and Shadow Claw are basically your strongest stab options, and then also you have Shadow Sneak to just get a bit of priority in, since 96 speed, while being decent, isn't the fastest thing in the world, and so there are going to be some things that are naturally outspeeding you, and you might want to just pick them off with Shadow Sneak. Next up, we have a set that's basically the same as before, but this is the Life Orb set. Now, this one, it's the same thing as before, just with Life Orb instead of Lumberry, but I'm running Jolly on it instead of Adamant like the Lumberry set was, because the Lumberry set, it really needs Adamant to get that extra power through and just murder the team. With the Life Orb set, it does have that power now from its item, but the problem is now it gets worn down a lot more easily since it's going to be taking that Life Orb recoil every turn, and you really want to just be able to outspeed more things. So you're going to run Jolly to get a bit more speed out of this set, so that way you don't get picked off more easily. And then we have the Choice Band set, which this one runs Woodhammer over Swords Dance. There's also a few other options which I'll go over later instead of Woodhammer. But Woodhammer, it doesn't have that deep a move pool like I mentioned, so really Woodhammer is your best option, really. I guess you could go with, I guess you could go with, like, Return instead or something, but you really just want to go with Woodhammer instead. And again, Jolly to get the extra speed out of it, so that way you don't get worn down as easily. And just because if you're hitting with Choice Band, you're going to be hitting like a truck anyway, so you don't really need the Adamant. The Adamant's a bit overkill at that point. But, you know, you can. And then next up we have a set which is just silly, and I don't see being used at all. This is Crocue, named after Crocoon. And I don't know why I did this. This is a Bulk Up Rest Talk Shadow Claw set, where you basically get in, you bulk up a bunch of times, you boost your defense to insane levels. This shouldn't be impish, this should be, I think, calm. No, it's quiet, I believe. Yeah, no, not quiet. Hold on one moment. I forgot the nature that raises special defense and lowers special attack, because nothing really uses it. There it is, careful. Okay, things do use that, I know, but anyway. So then we got Crocue, uses Bulk Up, sort of kind of like Suicune, but instead of Calm Mind and Scald, you got Bulk Up and Shadow Claw. I don't see this being used at all. This is just kind of a silly set that I wanted to just throw out there and just... it's stupid. It's really stupid, but it could be fun if it works. So, if you want to use it, go for it. Be my guest. Then we got some more options here. This one is just kind of showcasing the options on a real set or anything. You could run an Assault Vest on Mimikyu, because that just raises its already pretty decent special bulk to higher levels. It's also got a pretty decent move pool. It's got X Scissor, Destiny Bond, Leech Life, which you could run on the Woodhammer set. Destiny Bond just gives you a nice bit of utility against more offensive teams, take them down with you. And then there's also Substitute, which you can kind of use it if you're really worried about not being able to set up. It's actually a pretty decent option since it stacks with Disguise, so at least I think it does. I don't know how Substitute interacts with Disguise, but either way, Substitute, it's a good move option. If you want to use it, go ahead, go for it. It's pretty good with Swords Dance set. You'd probably run it over maybe Shadow Claw. You can do it over Shadow Seek if you're worried, but with how many Swords Dances you're going to be getting up, I'm not sure if it's that needed. I'll see if I ever use it. And then we got other options. I know I said the move pool's not that great, but it's really just like usefulness over amount, really. And this one, it runs Red Card. Red Card is great with Disguise because you can stay in on things that you normally wouldn't want to stay in on, even with your Disguise up. And they'll hit your red card, get sent out, and then you get up your free Swords Dance. Mimikyu also has a few different status moves, as I'm showcasing here. You got Taunt to help with other things trying to set up against you, or just against status users. Will-O-Wisp, lower attack of things that you might want to just lower the attack of. Maybe use it on the Crow-Q set. And then Toxic, wear down things more quickly. It's Toxic, it's a good move. And so, yeah, that's Mimikyu. Really only 3 good sets, but it's got a lot of options that it can use, even though they aren't that great. But I'm really excited to use this. It's one of my favorite Gen 7 Pokemon. It's deceptively good. It has a great ability, great stats. Even with the shallow move pool, the moves that it does have are pretty great. And I'm just excited to use it. I'll see you all next time.